The question reads, I fear a lot when I feel financially weak. How do I overcome this problem? What is financial weakness? What do you mean by financial weakness? What do you mean by that? When do you flag such a weakness? When do you say, I am weak?
When different government jobs or something is not being working out.
Come down to the earth. What you mean is that you start feeling nervous when you don't have enough money for your expenses, right? Right? Enough money for your expenses. It's not as if you don't have enough money. You don't have as much as you want to maintain a certain standard of living, certain material standard of living, a certain lifestyle. Is the answer not obvious? Why raise your cost of living to a point where you have to be worried about earning? Why not have a Spartan lifestyle? Remember that in this world there are no free lunches. Free lunches are there only in that world. The world of the Father, the Truth. Here there are no free lunches. If you want money, you will have to trade a part of yours. Your body, your time, your effort has to be traded to get money. The more money you take from someone, the more you have to exchange yourself. Do you get this? It's pure barter. The more you have promised, the more you have agreed to give, the more you have taken. Nobody would pay you lakhs for nothing. If somebody is paying you lakhs, he would want to control you. He would want to have you act in certain ways. He would want you to fulfill his expectations and desires. He would want you to be productive for him. He's not paying you lakhs so that you fulfill your own mission. He's not paying you lakhs so that you enjoy liberty and freedom. He's paying you lakhs so that you may fulfill his desires. Right? You feel as if you are earning. What you don't see is that you are not earning, you are just trading. And you have traded away your peace of mind as well. You see, that's what's happening right now. Is it a good deal? Is it a profitable deal to get money and for the sake of money trade away one's peace, one's composure, one's freedom? Is it a good deal? It's very simple. Very, very basic. Keep your costs to a minimum. Then nobody can enslave you. The other enslaves you using your own greed. Nobody can own you or possess you or dominate you if you are not greedy, if you are not prepared to sell away your freedom. You should be very much prepared to survive in the minimum. Even if I have this much, it is enough to fulfill my needs. If I have more, wonderful, that's a bonus, that's a blessing, grace. I'm not going to reject it. But if a situation comes where I have to make do in the least of amounts, I'm not going to crib about it. I'm okay even if I am making a fifth of what I am currently making. In fact, you should be okay even if you are making a tenth of what you are currently making. Your cost structure should be so small. Instead, what do? As soon as fortune seems to favor us, as soon as the income flow increases, we unnecessarily, arbitrarily, and artificially raise our cost structure. We say, now that so much is flowing in, why not spend? Initially, you spend it as an aberration. Initially, you spend it as a celebration. Initially, you spend it as a once-in-a-while thing, as a one-time expenditure. Soon that one-time thing becomes a habit. Are you getting it? You graduate to a more expensive restaurant. You did it because you had money in hand. Soon going to that restaurant becomes a habit, a matter of self-worth, a matter of prestige. And you habitually start going there and spending more. Now when your income level drops, it hurts because you will have to downgrade from that restaurant. What you don't see is that first of all you had needlessly upgraded. There was no need. Now when you have to climb down, it seems like a loss of face. You feel humiliated. You know, once upon a time, I used to rule that shopping mall. I had membership of that expensive and prestigious club. That was all anyway needless. Totally needless. Now, you are nervous about losing a thing that is fundamentally needless. Is that not double jeopardy? Is that not foolishness compounded? You bring something unnecessarily into your life. And when that thing is about to go, you are jittery. Do you see one mistake piling upon the other? What are the two mistakes? And then nervous that it would be lost. First of all, don't bring it in. Secondly, even if you bring it in, don't be attached to it. You must feel equally comfortable eating in a luxury restaurant, a 5-7-star hotel, and a cheap roadside dhaba. None of them should determine your self-worth. None of them should become a matter of self-evaluation. Are you getting it? By raising your so-called living standard and by identifying with certain goods, you just dig your own grave. And there is no upper limit to how much one can spend. There are t-shirts available for rupees 200, for rupees 2000. If you search, you will get a t-shirt for rupees 20,000 as well. And if you are determined, you may even get a t-shirt priced rupees 2 lakh. The 2 lakh rupees t-shirt is good fun. Have it, be entertained by it, when time means so. When the game of chances has brought that t-shirt to you, have it. But be prepared always to do away with it. Be prepared always, like all things material, this too is going to go away. Even when you are donning that 2 lakh rupees t-shirt, you should be equally comfortable in the 200 rupees t-shirt, equally comfortable. Then money is not a burden. But when money sticks to the mind, when money becomes a part of the mind, when you become money-minded, then it's bad. Very bad. Divya was probably a part of that camp. Meera was singing, Koi din ladu, koi din khaja, koi din phakam phaka ji. There are days when you will have laddus. There are days when you will have the khaja sweets. And there are days when you will have nothing to eat. Chill. There is nothing wrong with having money, blowing up money. In fact, I am a believer in blowing up money. If you have money, spend it. Don't keep it, otherwise it becomes a burden. You have to protect it and such things. Spend it. There's nothing wrong with having or spending. But there is a great deal wrong in identifying. What is the worst that will happen to you if you don't have money? Let's talk about it. What is the worst that will happen to you if you don't have money? Why are you so tense then? Think of the verse, and you will see that there is nothing to be afraid of. Be prepared to live on the streets. Be prepared to live off the land. It's okay. Even as you upgrade to the business class, economy class is too crowded, and I'm a big man. I need more leg space, so I fly business class. Cool, nice. Upgrade to the business class. But always be prepared to travel equally in the unreserved compartment in a train. I fly business class, and sometimes I travel in the general bogie in trains. I am at home, at ease in both the situations. Now money will be at your disposal. Now you will use money. Money will not use you. Otherwise, money starts ruling you. You are all the time afraid. I have to maintain a certain level, and if things fall below that level, then I feel as if I am disappearing. I feel as if a part of me is being butchered off. I feel as if I am being lessened. You're not being lessened. Your self-worth must be independent of any of your possessions. With possessions, you should be very playful. Which means that you should also not feel guilty about earning money. That is another complex. Some people fall into guilt just because they have money. Now so much money is coming, let's hide it. The bugger is a billionaire now, but he still rides a scooty. Not because he loves the scooty, but because he doesn't want to expose that money has come in. There has been a windfall gain. Somebody asks him, so, all good? He says, no, it's just normal business, nothing special. When money comes, boldly declare, money has come. Now it's time to. And when money is gone, boldly declare, now money is gone. Now it's time to. Hmm? In general, if you are sound of mind, and not abnormally lazy, or stubbornly foolish, then you will earn something. Why are you so doubtful of yourself? Money and such things, quality of life, etc., are time and age dependent. Are they not? You aren't born in the India of the 1920s. Very few people die of starvation these days. You won't starve, rest assured. You'll be able to do something. Nobody starves. In fact, even if you want to starve, the world would push some food in your mouth. Nobody would let you starve. What are you afraid of? You know why we keep thinking of money? Not because money is really an important matter. We keep thinking of money so that we don't really have to think of the really important. This is an escape. This is a dirty device to escape. Keep thinking of something so that you don't have to think of the real, so that you don't have to think of that which actually must be thought of. So engage yourself in all the trivial matters. Keep yourself busy. Make yourself feel as if something important is at stake, so that you don't have to look at that which is really important and actually at stake. It is proven that money is not an important matter at all. You will have enough money. And if you have really been an honest man, you would have had certain relationships as well, right? You would be having at least a few friends, at least a few people who wish you well. Would they let you just roam about in destitution? Would they? What are you so afraid of? You know, if we are talking something serious, it's about money. If it's about money, then it should be the least serious matter. You will get money. It's not as if you greatly love your job, right? So you can do any other job, and you will make enough. Of riding an Ola cab, the fellow said, I'm a qualified engineer, and I had a job in the engineering field. I quit it. I had a car, now I use that car to do this. and I make more than what I used to make in my job. And not only that, now I decide when I would be running the car and when I won't be. One thinks too much of money when the real is missing from life. Otherwise, factually, there is no need to think so much of money. You will have enough. You have a car? Chill. You can run a dhaba. You can run a juice shop. There are 10 things you can do. Maybe you will like those things more than you like your current job, which you anyway do not like. So you'll have the best of both worlds. Better work and better money. These days they have Ola bikes as well.
So like when you're talking about this topic, it's like the physical hardship, like to imagine, like you just said, travel in the unreserved compartment. It's just hearing that, I was like, oh my god, kind of like, why does the thought of physical hardship scare us, like, or me?
Because you don't do any physical work.
So then the solution is to do.
Obviously. Otherwise that becomes an handicap.
So
And
I
using
would
that
spend my
handicap,
to travel.
obviously, and using that handicap, the world threatens you. It's not as if you should make a habit of traveling in the general compartment. But equally, you should not make it a habit to travel business class. None of them should grow over you. None of them should hold you hostage. It should not be that if you cannot get a flight ticket, you would rather not travel. And there are people like that. They say if we can't get a flight ticket, you would rather not travel. You should be all right with that. Oh, fine. The flight is booked. Let's go to Nizamuddin. No time to get reservation done. Once in 6 months, maybe. That helps maintain your freedom. It's a very liberating experience. No, seriously. You should be equally at home with a rupees 10,000 hotel room and a rupees 200 hotel room. That astonishes you, right? Do 200 rupees hotel rooms exist? They exist even for 100 rupees. Try them out. Not always. It can be dangerous. Once in a while. Getting it? Neither the renunciation of money nor the accumulation of money can be very important as a purpose of life. Money is a vehicle, a usable, a device. It helps keep this physical apparatus running. It has no more utility than that. And it has no less utility than that. So it is important. You should know where to draw the line. Money has a certain importance. And money has no importance beyond that point. That is discretion. To know how much importance to give to money. And my advice is, that importance is not much. There are far more important things in life to give importance to. And also, if you are living really a truthful life, then you can't be too short of money. You will do something, right? Otherwise, you will just gain weight. And if you are a little intelligent, a little creative, why would you not earn anything? You'd earn something, and that would keep you going. Fear about one's financial future is proportional to one's disbelief in one's own worth. Otherwise, one says, we'll see when it comes to that. We'll be able to manage something. We aren't so very unskilled or stupid or useless. We'll do something, we'll manage. We have the guts, we have the intelligence, we have the creativity, and we have the willingness to exert ourselves. So somehow we'll manage some money. And saying thus, realizing this, the wise man closes the money chapter, moves on to the more relevant chapters. What great liabilities do you have that you are so nervous? What do you intend to do with money? Leave it for your kids? How much can you consume? How much do you want to consume? Do you even have time to consume? Isn't it just a psychological reassurance that you want? Because I don't have God, I at least have money. Have something to stand by. Something to live by. Something to live for. Excuse me. Attend more sessions. You will need less money. I don't know whether you would earn more, but what is certain is that you will need less. Otherwise, the world is full of attractions and temptations. A new car model is being launched every month. Nice. How much to pick this beauty? X lakhs. Right. Entangled in EMIs. Now pay the EMI. For one moment's attraction, keep paying the EMI for many years.
So one thing I feel about this money, many time I have realizes this money is like a video game. Like we earn something in a video game and we lose in the same game. So the money is same like in a life, like we earn in life money and we lose in life. Yet knowing this concept, yet there is a fear that I am losing money. So knowing this concept like money is a video game, like a video game, where I am earning some point and I am losing at the same time. And yet there is a fear. Knowing this concept, at the same time there is a fear. I do not have the saving of those points.
Attend more sessions. You always need money for something. That something is not always very useful. If that something disappears from your life, your need to earn money to buy that something will also disappear. You need money for things, or you need money for psychological reassurance. Both of them are bogus. Get rid of the dependence, the excessive dependence on things, and get rid of imaginary fears, psychological hollowness. You will need less and less money. And money isn't evil. If you are earning something, it's okay. If you start earning more, that too is okay. You start earning really a lot, even that is good. What is not good is to keep thinking of something, be it X matter, Y matter, or be it a money matter. When money becomes a mental load, then you know that you are sick. This that we are talking of is more relevant and more meaningful than a lot of other conversations. These are the things that hold you back. Forget all adhyatma and such things. If you are paying a hefty EMI, that is the end of the road for you. Full stop. If things like having a mansion and 5 servants and XYZ matter to you, then you are stopped. I do not mean that you should not have a house. I'm clarifying for the 5th time. I do not mean that you should not have money. I do not mean that you should not have attendants. I mean that they should remain in their due place, and you should know what their due place is. Your attendants do not attend to you. A point comes when you start attending to the matter of attendants. Now, who is attending to whom? Now, who is serving whom? The servant is supposed to think of the master, right? And if the master is all the time thinking of the servant, then who is serving whom? That day I said, are you driving your car or are you being driven by your car? Many people are car driven. And they explicitly say that, I'm very driven by the car, or by a particular car, or by cars. I faced social opprobrium very recently. I was outcasted. There was the camp, and I reached Nainital having very little winter clothing. Just as I was crossing Nainital, I decided I'll buy something. It was morning time. The bigger shops were not open. But all the wayside people were selling their stuff. So I bought a jacket for rupees 400. And with great enthusiasm, I broadcasted the news and my photo. And insults and sanction and abuses started pouring in from all sides. How can you stoop so low? Somebody said this must be a used jacket. Somebody said it must be a defective piece. It's a good jacket.
The yellow one?
Yeah, the yellow one.
Nice.
I used it for all 4 days. It was good. And you can buy a jacket for rupees 40,000 also. I too have a few expensive jackets. The question is, how much jacket is there in rupees 40,000 jacket? Do you get it? How much jacket is there in a rupees 40,000 jacket? The jacket is only rupees 1,000. What are you paying the remaining 39,000 for? In a rupees 1 lakh jacket, there is very little jacket. What are you paying for? And your hollow vanity. I have money, I have to do something with it. And the paper on which the invoice was printed was aromatic. Chocolate flavored bills. Keep licking. If a decent jacket is available for 400, then isn't it a logical question to ask, what are you paying 40,000 for? It's not as if you hold yourself back just because you don't have money. Even if you have money, you should ask this question. The price of the jacket is 1,000 at max, maybe 3,000. What is the remaining 37,000 for? How much of jacket is there in a 40,000 rupees unit? Shouldn't you ask that question? And that is a spiritual question. That is applied spirituality. How much of it is fact and how much of it is mere vanity and inflation and imagination and hollow pride and habit? Does the brand keep you warm? Okay, remove the jacket and keep the brand then. Let the brand keep you warm. The jacket keeps you warm, and the jacket is 1,000. Remaining 39,000 is Maya. Be cautious. I also bought shawls for rupees 100 each. When I asked Kundan, I'm wearing this jacket, guess the price. And this fellow thinks he is an expert in negotiation and bringing the prices down to the rock bottom. And guess how much did he quote? Guess. He said 3,000. So much for his negotiation skills. And I have shawls. And nobody can tell that they are only 100 rupees shawls. I'm so sure you will buy the same shawl for 5,000. And then you will wonder why money is such a big factor in life. That is because we do not spend on goods. Money is a big factor in life because we do not spend on goods. We spend on our hollowness. The jacket is only for 1,000. The remaining 39,000 has been spent on our hollowness. We are using that money to fill something that money cannot fill. So you keep dumping in money, but that void would remain as deep as it ever was. But you will get something to do with time. Now, living won't be such a great challenge. You have a purpose now. And what is that purpose? Earn money. Earn money because the internal void has to be filled in. The internal void cannot be filled in. So you'll have to keep earning money. That will keep you busy, occupied. So you will be protected against the real questions of life. If you are free, then you will have to face certain very testing questions. But if you are occupied with earning money, then you can keep those questions aside and feel safe and feel protected. The man who is busy earning money, will he ever ask, what is liberation? Will he ever ask, what is falseness? And that's exactly what he wanted. Respite from these pressing and cruel questions. Now he has respite. Now to avoid the truth, now to avoid the fact of death, now to avoid the fact of this fleeting world, he can keep telling himself that he has a meaningful occupation in life. And that is why he is not paying attention to the other matters. What is that meaningful occupation? Earn money. That is the role that money plays in our life. It helps you to not look at the real matters. It helps you avoid the sessions. If money doesn't remain a big factor on the mind, you will have to come. The trivial is not just trivial. The trivial has a very important role to play. What is that role? To keep you occupied. So the trivial is trivial and yet not trivial at all. It's like using a 2 rupee paper napkin to envelop a 2 billion diamond. Now, is the napkin trivial? Trivial, yet not trivial at all. It is serving a very important purpose. It is hiding the 2 billion diamond. Money is that napkin. Right on.